Alright, let's do this, bitch. So, this is what if Deku had Kurama. So, Kurama, I'm pretty sure there's only two ways to activate Kurama. You have to, like, be near death, or you gotta be extremely angry. Nowhere in the series I've ever seen Deku get that angry. So, yeah. But, I do know why this is probably gonna be a one shot. I'll tell you why. So Deku is born and everything goes up in the original except when Deku goes to court doctor, he has a quirk. But the doctor says that we don't know what the quirk is. Deku grows up excited but sad, and over the years he gets picked on by Bakugo. A little slower, but to the same result. Bakugo decided this time gonna Deku a quirkless loser, calls Deku a quirkless lying loser. Because they think all think he's lying. Deku's like, I'm not lying. The doctor said I'm gonna have a quirk. And Bakugo's like, I don't care. Like, I'm not. No, I don't care. Like, yeah, sure, whatever, Deku, you liar. And Billy busts Billy Deku. Now, up to this, I don't think anything else will change. Up to All Might's like coming up to Deku. Deku's like, can I? Deku's on the rooftop with All Might. They can become a hero even if I don't. Even if my quirk hasn't manifested. And All Might like, nah, I'm sorry, kid, but hero quirk is very difficult. I can't. You're probably not gonna survive. And Deku's like, I'm heartbroken. Everything goes into the original except up to the forest camp when Muscular is like going in on Deku, like we all think is about to die. Except at this time, Deku going through that anime bullshit. The 1 million plot. This time we actually get to see Deku's head. I'm gonna die. My Koda's gonna die. Oh God, my mother's gonna think, and he's basically going through all these scenarios of him dying. Like who will suffer, who will, and something primal gets awakened in Deku. Deku like wakes up in a tunnel, not in a tunnel, but in an ocean. Deku is confused. He's thinking, am I dead? Is this heaven? He gets up. He stands on the water. It shocks Deku. Is like, whoa. Starts walking. And he walks and walks and walks. And eventually got all the way into this mindscape. When Deku's about to like really question what the hell's happening. Like, where the hell is he? A giant orange hand with claws pops up right under Deku and grabs him. Deku screams like, ah! What the hell? And we basically see like a head start to pour above the water, and we see Kurama, and there's like, what the hell? What the hell are you? And Kurama's like, and bites down on Deku. In the real world, Deku starts to change. His injuries from his broken hand start to heal. His claws grow and his eyes turn slit. And his eyes turn slit, and they're green and they're red. They turn to green to red, and his hair starts to turn a little bit red. Deku, red lightning starts to power off Deku, and Master's like, what the hell? And that he's getting pushed up. Deku is screaming. He's basically like growling incredibly like an animalistic kind of growl. And Quirk's like, what the? And Master like, what the hell was this? Is this another quirk? And Deku is basically growling, like full on howling, like screaming at this point. His claws dig into Muscular's muscles and tears off a good chunk. Muscular screams as it's part of his fucking muscle. That shit would hurt. He screams like, fucking. And Deku, punches Muscular with 10% of all, one for all. The QB amp is fucking big, man. So I think Deku can like control 10% of one for all right now. Of course, Deku has no control over what he's doing. He just on autopilot at this point, being directed by the QB. But Deku's like giving off 10% of one for all with no difficulty. And he pushes Muscle back a little bit. Muscle grabs him around like, what the hell's happening? But before he can think, Deku's on him again, scratching, biting, like fucking punching. He's going like an animalistic, and no, Muscular his titles and punch Deku with no a 20 equivalent, not 20 equivalent. He punches Deku, and no, Deku goes flying into the mountain. Deku like falls off, gets dented, and he falls off to the mountain. I'm also like, what the hell was that? But then Deku gets back up, and his injury starts to heal. And Deku getting more and more enraged, and he rushes over to um Muscular and punches Muscular in the face off the mountain. Like he goes flying off. He goes into the road, to the forest, and everyone see the impact of this thing small like going into the forest and, create a loud puff of smoke. Everyone sees that, and everyone like, what the hell is that? And all they hear is "Ah!" Like, okay, I probably blew off some of y'all ears, but basically Deku screaming his heart out. It's like a animalistic kind of roar. And he jumps off after Muscular, and Koda the entire time was like, "What the fuck?" And no, Deku jumps off, and Muscular recovered because he covers himself with his muscles. I mean, he just takes off like most of the damage. He's still kind of damaged, but he's fine now. He prepares himself for another attack. Deku comes right next to Muscular and punches him right in the face, knock him back a few inches. But this time he doesn't. By this time he didn't just flow off. Muscular plants his foot in the ground and says, "Fuck!" And says, "What the hell is this?" And he punches Deku in the face and bursts Deku in and punches Deku into the ground. The ground cracks and Deku's skull is dented in. And no, Muscular thinks, okay, that was fucking weird. In the dream world, Deku's like in the ocean, and you just see him floating. And then the ocean starts to turn to blood red. And Kurama is like right next to Deku, like floating under Deku, and he gets a little closer, and we see black and red. Have to slowly go up, and Kurama says, "You're so weak, how pathetic." And basically, this is like chapter one. Kurama feels like he's very stingy and wants to get out. Like that Kurama who wants to take over Naruto and get out. That's this Kurama. Yeah, you guys probably see why this gonna be a one shot. Deku, faced out a bubble, that red bubble starts to form around Deku. I'm just like, okay, what the? And Muscular's like, okay, what the hell is this now? And Deku starts to change. The bubbles like lift him up almost like a zombie, and that was like, and Muscle got his guard up. Deku in complete like twist of speed punches Muscular in the face, breaking his skull. Now this is Kurama Amp. This is one tail cloak Deku pretty much with one for all. That 20%. Yikes. So he punches in the Muscular in the face. Muscular goes flying through trees and lands right conveniently right next to where Toga, Oraka, and Floppy's like fighting, and he just boom, like a giant explosion right next to him. Toga looks behind and see what the. She sees like Muscular face completely dented in, like the skull. Like it looked like someone just punched straight through his fucking face, but it didn't get full on through. Like his skull is cracked, and no, Toga's like, what the hell? And they're like Uraka and um the frog girl is nearly vomiting at the sight of a dead body. Like they're already vomiting, like nearly, but they're trying to take it together, knowing they have another villain to take care of. But back to Deku, that's just starts thrashing the ground. His head hits the ground multiple times, and the bubbles completely confront Deku, and Deku like transforms into the one clay cloak. Now imagine Deku with the one tail cloak. And Deku's like, "Rah, rah." I'm not gonna stream again because you guys probably gonna hate me for that. But Deku screams a animalistic roar and jumps towards a tree and like punches it, causing causing a cave through the wood, like through that part of the forest, and basically he's just causing a rampage. And what do you know it? the armed guy who's running away from Tokiyami, finally sees Deku. He like, Deku, he sees the bubble. Like, what the hell? Deku charges at him at full speed, completely blitzing him, and hits and aims for his arms, and just cuts off his entire left, like his entire arms on his left, gone. He just screams in bloody pain, like ah, like nah, that's someone like a woman. No, he screams, and before Deku can kill him, Dark Shadow knocks him aside, and this enrages Deku. Deku gets his claws and digs it to the ground, and it sounds like this. And he charges straight at Kuriyami, and Deku punches Dark Shadow, completely going through Dark Shadow and getting to Kuriyami. I believe was his name, the bird dude, getting him to the ground, taking his claws, and is about to like stab him with his claws, but no, the arm dude knocks him off and grabs Tsukiyami and dips in a direction where Deku didn't see. Deku's in a rage, and you got to see two tails coming up. Deku's at two tails with 30%, and Deku's like infuriated at this point. And the 90s are just having a fucking blast, as this kid is nowhere difficult to take over. His will is so strong from all the bullying and all the like harassment he got from Bakugo. His willingness to fight back is pretty much gone at this point. And I know you might be thinking, wait, all for me. This is Deku. He wants to become a hero. Give me pretty hard to become a hero with Kirama there. But basically, all you be like, no, he will fight back because of this and this. It's my word if I do what I want. So Deku charges in around a random direction again, but this time double the speed and just crashes through buildings, like causing massive damage to that area. And Toshiyami's like going back arms, and he's like, "What the hell happened to Deku? Is this some villainous quirk?" And he runs away. Deku, I'm gonna say, doesn't do anything for the rest. No, doesn't do anything for the rest. Now Tokiyami, the arms do come up to Bakugo and Todoroki, who hasn't found who's still fighting the Tifu guy, but they eventually take him down, and they're a lot more injured and a lot more tired. But the arms will come up to them and tell them like what's happening. And Boss is like, "What? Deku does what? No way! Like he that's Deku." And Todoroki's like, it must be one of the villain's quirks. Like, yeah, no damn doubt, he's stupidly strong, and all they hear is a scream. And they all rush to it and see Deku like tearing it apart. And then one of the class A students. Okay, for this, what if it's gonna be Monoma? Like Monoma's getting teared apart limb by limb, and Deku like tears off his head and shucks it to the ground. It bleeds, and everyone like Todoroki vomits. The arm dude pretty much gags. I feel he will be able to take a death course a little easier. Bakugo's infuriated, like, Deku! And he charges. Deku turns around and just seeing Bakugo. The Ninetales uses this opportunity to remind Deku of every bad thing Bakugo has done to him. And Deku grows to a third stake, and he rushes over at Bakugo at 40% once for all. And scratching his face, Bakugo gets like Orochimaru pretty much, like that. Now to like do Orochimaru, like move so fast and cross his face. That what Deku did, but Bakugo ain't living through that. Bakugo's dead, just straight up dead. And Deku, seeing this in his mindscape's like, I can't be a hero anymore. And this breaks Deku's heart. And Todoroki, the arms dude, like, skirt, we have to escape, right? They're pissing themselves, they're scared. And they run away, but Deku ain't letting them. Deku rushes at the arm dude and stabs him through the heart, through Tokurami, the bird dude, stabbing both of them through the heart and just pulling their hearts out and destroying it as it just burns up in the bubbles. Deku then turns to Todoroki, who's still like running for his life. Pretty much dropped the dude behind him as he's just so afraid that he doesn't even care. This is like his first time in actual life and death danger. Like, staying was nothing to this. And to make it worse, it's from Deku. One of us, Todoroki's like thinking like he can never do such a thing. Deku is murdering them, and Deku rushes at Todoroki. Todoroki turns around, there's a giant ice wall, but everyone sees. But unlike before, where the Mamba dude would jump over or something, Deku just goes straight through it and comes up to Todoroki at 40% of one for all, mind you. Not 40%, 30% of one for all, mind you. And slashes Todoroki across the face, and Todoroki is dead. Dead. Deku lands, and Deku starts to scratch the ground, growling, and he enters into the forest state where his skin starts to peel off, and the big shock, the big explosion of wind just blows everyone apart. Like all the villains yo, we have to leave. There's some kind of we have to leave. Like we don't know what hell's happening. And Deku traveling to the Four-Tail state, and Deku basically is going on a bloody rampage. He charges in a random direction and gets to the UA building where Aizawa is. So Aizawa went to the students what the hell was that? Like, what was that big shock of wind? And everyone's confused, and all they hear is a small little scream, and it gets louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. So eventually the scream bursts through the wall. No, and they're all looking at this bloody, fox looking. It's basically the Four Tails, and he screams. And before Izawa can open his eyes, Izawa opens his eyes and points it at the thing. It gets slower significantly, but it's still fast enough to blinks him and slice him straight in half. And lightning continues to follow the Four Tails, and everyone's seriously screaming. They're all pissing themselves. And Minatta's oh shit, and the Blood Hero yeah, everyone get back. And before he can say anything, the fucking Deku stabs him through the leg. He's Deku grabs his head and not banging it to the fucking ground, but really hard to the point it breaks his skull open. And then he just looks at the rest of Class 1A, and I think Class 1B was in it too. Yeah, and no, he's looking at them, and basically you just hear screaming. All the villains are leaving. They're what the fuck is happening? We got to go. And they're leaving. They don't care about Bakugo anymore. Whatever's happening, they need to dip. And before they leave the port, they see something run up to them at incredible speeds. It pumps up to them, and all they see is this bloody red fox. And Toad gets excited for a little bit, oh my god, and then gets really afraid, oh my god, what is that? And it rushes towards Dobby and just slices off his head because Dobby's dead. But going that time, the portal guy able to teleport everyone outside, and Deku goes Rah! And he just rolls on a rampage, killing the Royal Pussycats. Everyone in Trinidad Tap is dead. And Dobby is definitely hit League of Villains. Only ones left is Toga, Twice, Shigaraki, the Porter guy. Who else was left? I think that's all. No, Spinner, not Spinner. Not Spinner. The Lizard guy, the Magma girl or slash guy thing, and I believe that's all. Yeah. So basically, the League of Villains after the training camp, but before Dobby. And that experience happened to Rocky, and Trigger was what the fuck happened? Right? They're all confused, and let's hear breaking news, right? The news are on it. There's a monster rampaging through the city. Everyone evacuate to the hero line, and a car goes to the reporter and crushes them, and the camera feed cuts out. And they just hear explosions and screaming, gunfire, and all what the fuck? And they all look out the window, and they all prepare to teleport to leave. What is happening? What the hell's happening? They all get into the portal, and they just see Deku causing an absolute rampage. He's killing civilians, children, buildings are being toppled over the ground. Everything's just going shitty. And Deku gets to ground the ground again and hits it, causing a big explosion and knocks off a couple buildings and kills a lot of people. They were to teleport away, and Sugar was what the hell is that? what is that? And Togo is even scared, like, I don't want to stare here anymore. This isn't exactly fun. And they see like the bones start to pop up, and the bone is a fifth tail. Now Deku's at fifth, yeah. So now Deku's at 50% of one for all, plus the Kyuubi amp, and Deku's just causing an absolute bloody rampage. Like, ah! That what the fuck was that? That was not like a animal sized roar. No, fuck it. An animal sized roar is heard as Deku just goes through, and All Might jumps in front of freaking Deku, who he doesn't know is Deku, and he punches him full power, no holding back, because this thing has killed too many people. All Might is infuriated. All Might punch, but nothing happens. In fact, it burns his hand. Actually, All Might shakes his hand, like, damn it, and All Might, because I'm doing this realistically, Four Tails slashes his arm diagonally and slashes All Might through across his chest. All Might bleeds like, ugh! And everyone's thinking, wait, what happened? Is All Might damaged? And the Fifth Tails grabs All Might's neck and just all you hear is a snap. And he drops to the ground. The Ninth Tails steps on his head, bursting like a balloon, and screams and continues on a rampage. Everyone just stands there in silence as the Fifth Tails, Kyuubi, is just causing a rampage, and everyone's like, what the hell? Did All Might just die? Sharaki, all these other villains are confused, like, all for one, like, what the fuck? Like, they're pissing themselves. And they all escape. They all evacuate. The city's being evacuated. Heroes are being called, but not many heroes are actually willing to go and fight. Something that killed All Might in like 2 punches. In 2 hits. Now Endeavor goes and he shoots his flames, but it does nothing to Deku. He charges at them and slices his head off. Again, just killing the number 2 hero. And everyone's like, and every hero's like, no, fuck this, I'm out. I'm not doing this. And they all escape. They all evacuate. The season rambles. The season absolute crumble. And before they all leave, they're all on a boat. And Midoriya's dead. Like, Inko, is dead. Because she was staying in the seas to find her son, which, unfortunately for her, she didn't really find him. Unknowing to her. She did find him. But all they all see is a giant fox roaring, and something's getting charged up in his mouth. And I was like, what the hell is that? And it fires a Kyuubi bomb at them, killing nearly half of the survivors who left, who's able to leave. And Deku and Ninth is like laughing his ass off, because there's no Minato in this timeline to stop Ninetales. So that the Ninetales lives on the rest of his years, becomes the world's greatest natural disaster. Everyone sees him as a god. Other people think of him as some type of a demon. Most people think of him as a demon. And the first place he originated from is Japan, I believe. I believe they all live. So yeah, that the Ninetales fucked shit up. I believe that's how it would actually go if the Ninetales was in My Hero Academia. Because like All Might is city level, and the Kyuubi himself is at least like mountain range level. Like he's a lot stronger than All Might, in my opinion. So yeah, that will happen. The fucking the Kyuubi fuck everyone up. I guess All For One and League of Villains escape, but they spend the rest of their lives basically trying to escape the Ninetales. And the Ninetales is going after humanity, trying to destroy every little piece of it, because they're able to seal him away, and that ain't gonna go well. Because imagine if you have an enemy which can kill you, but all you have to do is to stop them from killing you. It's just to kill them first. That what the Ninetales is doing. Like, he's causing rampage. He's the world like natural #1 villain. And everyone thinks he's an animal. Most people think he's a demon. Some people think he's a god who's getting revenge on humanity. And yeah, My Hero Academia is done. Deku's lost. Deku's gone. His soul is not even in Kurama anymore. And Killmonger got a boost because he has one for all now. So yeah, that's the end of it. Enjoy your day and have fun.